this is Esoterica and welcome back to my channel. Today is a lovely bright day here in Australia. It's quite overcast yet sunny. I don't understand that paradox, but it is. I thought today I would do the Gothic tag. Can you hear music in the background? Somewhere over that way someone is playing music, so pretty cool. Here we go. Sorry. Woo. I'm trying to get used to the stick on the end of my camera and it's getting there slowly. Okay, here we go. So number one, how long have you been goth? Well, all my life, really. I mean, I wasn't born wearing gothic makeup, but I have always been drawn to the gothic aesthetics in life. And if you are yet to see my video with my mum, I would suggest you go and have a look at that, because we talk about like how it was when I was younger and how it was for her. So all my life, but started dressing gothically more at about the age of 15. Number two, how were you introduced to goth? I naturally just sort of gravitated towards it. Wasn't really introduced to it though. Like, I grew up with listening to bands like Susie and the Banshees and Bauhaus because my mum was into them, and I guess and The Cure, and I guess I just started. I loved the look and the style and I started dressing like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I got introduced to it. What gothic subgenre would you put yourself in? What gothic subgenre would I put myself in? It depends on my mood. I really like the romantic Victorian type gothic stuff. Some days I'm very vampiric. I don't think I really have a category I stick to. I think that's one thing I love about being an artist and being very expressive. It doesn't really fit. There was definitely a stage where I would see myself as trad goth and I was incredibly traditional. But as I've grown older, I definitely have changed that. I have become more myself and not fitting into categories. In saying that, I don't wear colour. I do wear colour in like my accessories, but I don't wear colour very often. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my camera cut out there. We're back with the lovely haunting music in the background from one of my lovely neighbours. I want to like go door knock and find out who's playing that, because it's actually really cool. Okay, what do I believe the basis of the subculture is? I definitely believe music is the basis of the subculture, full stop, but I do also think that it's a generalized angst against conformity. And what I mean by that is that we as a people tend to like self-expression, not to be bound by what the generalized norm of self-expression is and what the generalized norm of beauty is. We find beauty in the darker aesthetics in life and we express that love, and I think that is the basis. I think that's why bands like Bauhaus and Susie Sue and The Cure and all that actually originally started expressing those things. So I think music is definitely a collective like sonar that's called people together, but I think it's basically the mindset of the person that really is the basis of being goth. What do you dislike about being goth? There's nothing I dislike about being goth, because there isn't anything I truly dislike about myself. So the subculture itself can be a bit of a pain in the ass. You know, some people are elitist and quite narky, but that's just people being idiots. Hasn't really got anything to do with being goth per se. Okay, next question. What do your parents think about it? Well, I'm 33 years old now, and if you haven't watched my parent video with my mum, I go into quite great detail about that. My mum really respects who I am as a person, and yeah, my father I don't really have anything to do with, so his opinion, it means crap, means zero. So my parent, my mum, whom I see as my parent, loves who I am, and she's always been really supportive. Eyebrows or no eyebrows? I have eyebrows and I love my eyebrows. I think it doesn't matter if you have eyebrows or not. It depends on the person. I think both look really beautiful, so. Okay. What is your favourite band? My current favourite band isn't actually goth, it's My Chemical Romance. But My Chemical Romance is a band that stayed with me for a very long time, and I love them to death, and they're definitely my favourite band. Obviously I like music, I like all kinds of music, so but my favourite band is My Chemical Romance. My opinion on Marilyn Manson. Well, I think he's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with Marilyn Manson. He's a shock rocker. He's just a musician. There's not much to say, really. I don't know him personally, so I can't. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. What were my baby back days like? Pretty awful. I mean, while I was in my baby back days, I didn't really register that it was awful, but years down the track, looking back, it is quite awful. I guess I wouldn't change it though, because I learned so much about myself. But when you're new to a culture or new to something, you don't, you know, I came into goth not so much with other people around me. I came into it on my own, so it took a while to understand that there were certain things about the gothic subculture that I was doing that I didn't really know about. Mind you, in saying that, I think that was a good thing. I don't think people should be a one-size-fits-all kind of label. I think that's really soul destructive. My baby back days were quite hilarious. Pasty face, trad goth for quite a long time, and you know, I experimented with my look. It was, you know, it was a fun time, and in some ways I look back at it very nostalgically. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. And anyway, I'm sorry that the sun's been quite bright out here. Well, that's really it for my the goth tag. It's kind of boring, but I hope you guys have gotten to know me a little bit better. This is my train. Can you hear that? I live right along the train line here, and we get freight trains. Until I speak to you guys again, love, honour and respect. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to follow my antics.